Good morning, good day, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. Today we're gonna install Spring Security on our vpnhead.com project. Our project was, let me start our project here. We did create very basic but useful website about VPNs. It's basically all the information you need about VPNs. Lots of information, articles, library for just to know what is VPN. For many people it's still a mystery what is VPN and why everyone should have it. I also have a little advertisement here for VPN that I use. It's only $2.19 per month. No, actually the price just went down to $1.99. Okay, that's good news. So I'll have to change right here, $1.99 per month. It's really good price for a secure internet. I think again everyone should use it. So anyway, so this is website built with React front end, Spring Boot the back end, and MySQL database in the database level. So right now, let's do this. So we're gonna install Spring Security because we're gonna build one more page, which will be for article submission. Right now, if I want to submit article, I have to go to my database, and then inside the database I have to put all the information there. It's not how it's supposed to be. So we're gonna create inside our website. It will be a page which will be accessed only by username, by using username and the password. So only authorized people could enter and post articles and photo pictures there. So the best way and easiest way in this type of app is to use Spring Boot Security or Spring Security. So to start, we need to access POM file and add dependency. All those dependencies are basically libraries of code that can be used, so we don't need to create our own code. This makes life much easier. So right here I entered this Spring Boot Starter Security, which automatically gives me lots of code to use in my project. Okay, now we have Spring Security already installed, and it probably will not block my endpoints yet. I think up to Spring Boot 3, version 3, it automatically was blocking all endpoints. I think now they're not blocking endpoints anymore. Let me see if I can access articles. Yeah, I can access articles without a password. Okay, so so now what we have to do next is we have to create a new class, for that would have all the information for the administration of the security. So that class name will be SecurityConfig, and that works for every project. So if you create project Hello World and you want to use Spring Security, same thing, you use SecurityConfig Java. And then let's see, resources Java. We'll put in our main directory here. We'll just put new package name. Package name will be security. Inside the security, we'll add new file, SecurityConfig Java. Okay. This class, yes, let's add it to Git for now. And then I will not type this entire class here. I have a copy already So I'll just copy paste. Instead of this, we'll paste this. Now we'll have to import some classes here. Import here, HTTP security. Interesting. Version 6.1 and marked for removal. Okay. So now what? That is interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Let me do this. Let me paste my code inside the cloud. So it will reformat for the newest version of Spring Boot. Let's see what it will say. Add annotation, basic. Okay, let's see if it works in our case. Let's delete everything and let's replace. Okay. And code, rename, expand to car, split. Okay. Admin. Okay. Can resolve container check term. Hopefully this will work, and then cannot resolve. Okay, for now it works. At least we don't get any errors. And so again, this is SecurityConfig Java. You'll need, if you want to use Spring Security, you have to have this. And basically it gives you ability to control all the details about the security. So for example, here it's lots of boilerplate code, but for example, this line here, this endpoint, if you're gonna access it, you'll have to enter password. So this line means that enter password for this endpoint. This one, because as I said before, articles, they're to read for all users, so we don't need password for articles. So right here I'm permitting all the traffic without a password. Let's test it. I wanna comment this line. No, I'm sorry. I will comment this line. And then I will reboot the Spring Boot app, and I'll see, will it ask for a password or not if I will be, if I will use, for example, Postman. So this was before I entered, before the security, and it gave me all the articles because I accessed with Postman this endpoint here. Let's see right now. It still gives me all articles. Huh. Why? How about, let's do this. Let's copy. Let's comment. Let's paste. then let's copy this and let's replace permit all. Let's restart the Spring Boot and see if it blocks or not the endpoints that should be accessible to everyone to see. Okay, database is on. Application failed to start. Okay. I think I clicked on the wrong button here. Okay, database started fine. We should get something from Spring Security too. I don't see password, or you know what, I don't need password. My password is right here. So we didn't go to this part, but I'll explain later this part. So first let's see if the security works. Yes, okay. So good. This is bad news, but bad news sometimes are good news. So the original line was here to permit all traffic that goes to articles, and to test if it works or not, I commented this line and I added new rule to authenticate it. So any traffic that comes to articles will be authenticated, and I tried accessing articles right here and it blocked. Very good. So security works. Now let's delete this line, and now let's uncomment this line, and let's restart the Spring Boot project, and then hopefully, if everything is fine, I will click this button right here and it should give me all the articles from the database. Okay, so the app started. Let's send request, and yes, good. I am getting all the articles here. Very good. So Spring Security works. Let's go down a little bit to this bean here, and bean basically in Spring Boot is object. So this allows me to hard code password, which is bad for it's bad for everything except maybe for temporary testing purposes. Later on I'll put this password inside the database, so it will be in the database, but right now, because we're still learning how to do this, we're gonna take easy way and hard code the password. So this is the password, adminpass, and then it gives the role as administrator, username is admin, and that's it. And this being encodes password, encrypts password, so it will not be admin pass going from the backend to front end. Okay, so right now we changed back this part, which means that all the traffic going to admin endpoint will be authenticated. We'll need to enter password, and every thing that goes to articles will not be authenticated. So right now we need to create another controller here for article submission. Let's do this. Let's call it admin article controller, because the only sole purpose of that controller will be to give ability to administrator to create articles. So let's add to Git, and then I have a copy of the controller here, so I am not wasting time. I'll just copy paste. Here we go. This DTO is not created yet. I'll have to create request mapping admin articles. Okay, so this will be my endpoint, admin, no, I'll remove admin articles. It will be admin only. I'll leave this here as is. Yeah, but for articles, I might add some other stuff there later, so let me use it just general administrator endpoint without articles. Service, okay. That's a controller. So I don't have this service yet. Okay, so what we have here, we have just a basic controller for our, you know what, this admin article controller. I should use article here because on the file name, no, admin controller, that's it. Okay, and then later we'll change the name. So this is injection, constructor injection. This is my endpoint admin, and what it does, it has only one basically line of to save article, and we don't have that in our service yet, and we don't have DTO yet. Okay, so let's start with the DTO. Let's go and create a file here. Controller, okay, I have DTO here, very good. Let's create Java class. And then let's generate getters and setters for everyone. And then let's generate constructor. For everything. That's it. We don't need this anymore. Okay. So we're getting this error because we don't have let's create a done.me method. Do we need to we need to return something. Let's return nope. It asks me to return article. An article is not a string. I can return empty. Get ID, return set ID. return imaginary article. Title. Hey, what's going on? Hey, oh, too much help. Test title. Test author. I don't know how to author, is it that? Test content and okay, here we go. So we created dummy test article in our article service, and we're gonna return test article in response entity. Now question, why this one is okay, yeah, okay, admin controller. Okay, we're done with the controller. We're done with security, and this controller we don't need anymore. Let's test this newly created controller and secure it with Java security. So right here we're gonna copy admin. Let's go to our Postman. Right here let's put admin, send. Good, it's secured. Now question, oh, maybe I can do this on the browser. Let's use it on the browser. Okay, good. So we're getting password here. Admin. What's our password? So the username is admin. The password is adminpass. Adminpass. Sign in. Good. Again, second time in today in this video. So this looks like a bad news because we get error, but in reality it's a good news because we entered our security works. It asked for we tried to access admin page. That page does not exist yet. So but still it asked for a password to access that page, that not existing page. We entered the password that we provided to the security in SecurityConfig file, and it allowed through. The Spring Security allowed us through. So we're inside of the admin page, which does not exist. That's why we're getting this error. It's sorry, the page that you're looking is not here, but we're there. So when we're gonna create a page, it will be displayed here. But today our main goal was to work with the security, to learn the security, and to try to test the security, and everything worked pretty okay, I would say, with couple hoops, of course, but it worked fine. So again, we opened the POM file. This is Maven. It basically collection of all the frameworks that we're using. So we added the library of the Spring Security, and we said we want to use it. Then we created Spring Security config file, where we configure at least a little bit how our security works. So we ask password if someone will enter this endpoint here with admin, and not to ask password if someone goes into the articles page. And then also we hard-coded password here, which is bad, but for our testing purposes is still okay. And then we create a dedicated controller only for admin endpoint, And that's a good idea to have different controllers for different purposes. We have controller here for articles, which is article controller. So this controller has 2 endpoints and it deals only with articles and titles. And then now we have 3 controllers. We have a second controller, sitemap controller. This is for basically a sitemap to map entire website. And then we created today article administration controller, which works. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye bye.